It is the moment we have all been waiting for. Your very own truck.
I'm James Rogers, 2018 Progressive Commercial Insurance Keys to Progress recipient. I'm a father, a son, a veteran in the United States Army, and a professional truck driver. Shannon Courier from St. Christopher Son called me, was telling me that I'd been nominated for this, and I was like, "You're kidding, right?" She was like, "No, I'm not." And she told me more about it, and I was just like, okay. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. So I'll be coming in as a new owner-operator. It's a big jump, but it's nothing that I can't overcome. There's gonna be a learning curve, but I've got a lot of help. I've got a lot of support, a lot of friends. So yeah, I'd say I'm ready.
Perfect. Now do it.
Do it. What's going on?
Chilling. What's going on, mother truckers? Welcome to the Asian My Show, man. I travel far and wide to meet this man. I've heard a lot of good things. Shout out to Lil Viking. You know who you are. He was calling me yesterday. Yeah. He was like, "My guy's gonna be there. You gotta meet him. He has a beautiful story and a great heart, you know." So we're here today. We're in Miami, Florida. And before we even get to anything, man, introduce yourself, brother.
My name's James Rogers. Everybody knows me as Spectre on YouTube, or probably know my channel, The Post Trip. So that's what I do. I'm owner of Spartan Direct LLC.
That's great, man. Before we get in and really nosedive into your life, brother, let's talk about this beautiful truck behind you, brother.
Oh, this monster here?
This monster, that's right.
This is a 2005 Western Star 4900 EX. It's 13 speed. It's got the 14-liter Detroit diesel in it, Series 60. 358 gears in the rear end, 274-inch wheelbase, and that's exactly what she is. She's a monster. I mean, it'll pull anything I put on it so far, and I'm still getting used to the learning curve of turning this sucker. I know that.
I love it. Yeah. Man, wait up. Did you say Detroit 60 series?
Yeah, Series 60.
Oh,
yeah.
We gotta look at it. Can we? I know it's a working truck.
Oh, absolutely.
But we gotta look at this.
It's got a fresh rebuild on it. It's got roughly about 90,000 miles on a fresh rebuild. So it's a monster. This hood is heavy.
You better have 4 people.
Yeah.
Good thing you're 6'9". Look at that.
There it is.
Look at that.
14 liter. That's the big Detroit. That's the big Series 60. 14 liter. All it's got on is the EGR, so no emissions. And we go down the road.
I heard that. You think we could turn it off for all these mother truckers?
Of course.
Maybe hit the gas a couple times. I love it. I love it.
That's all.
What a beauty, man.
I appreciate it.
Look at them wood floors.
Yes, sir.
Man. That's cool, brother.
Oh, yeah.
That's
now,
cool.
That window does not go down right now because the motor in there went out on me, so the window's kind of up. If you want to leave the door open, you can.
Oh no, we're good. I'm trucking, baby. Come on. Open book, right, brother?
Yeah.
You know, I want to start with, you know, I'm observant. I see you wearing a shirt. Mm-hmm. What does that shirt mean to you, brother?
This truck, the shirt, it's a ambassador shirt for St. Christopher's Truckers Relief Fund. And it means a lot to me because they are one of the organizations that gave me my so-called springboard into the industry, back into it. About 2017 in December, they were part of a giveaway with Progressive Commercial Insurance and awarded me a truck as a disabled veteran with the Keys to Progress program.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First off, thank you so much for your service.
No problem. Thank you.
You know, I mean, mother truckers out there, you really don't know. I've had opportunities to interview a lot of veterans, and for what y'all did and have done for us, so what we could be over here and do what we do.
Yeah.
I tell you, brother. You know,
we thank you for your support. Believe me, it means a lot.
I appreciate that. Hell yeah, man. So it's one of those things where, so when they say they gave you a truck, I mean, what do they mean they gave you? How did that work?
Well, I got a call from a very special lady, Shannon Courier. She's the director of philanthropy with St. Christopher's Fund, and I want to say it was about sometime in 2017, about middle 2017. It was after the Great American Truck Show, the year, you know, that prior year, and she said that I had been nominated for a giveaway. I didn't know who nominated me. Just nominated.
You still don't know?
I do know now. I know now. His name was Brad. He was involved with another organization that was giving away another truck. But he had nominated me, and we went through the process. And I remember the day I was in Salt Lake City, about early December of that year, 2017. And she called me and she said, "You won." And when I mean they gave it, I mean literally a paid for 2015 Freightliner, and they helped me set up my authority, got me going. My first year's insurance was taken care of by Progressive, and they literally gave me a springboard back into the industry.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, although they say it's free and all that, man, but let's be honest, man. These things are earned, baby. So,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, that's amazing. I'm glad that that happened for you. So, a whole year you didn't have to pay insurance.
Nope.
The truck, nothing.
The insurance was paid for. The truck obviously was paid for. The maintenance and all that stuff was on me. What it allowed me to do was it allowed me to concentrate on overcoming the learning curve. You know, being a new small business owner in a industry at the time that was kind of, you know, wavering a little bit and stuff like that. And it allowed me to grow. You know, it allowed me as a person, as a business owner, and I was able to just concentrate on what I needed to concentrate on. And from that day that I was awarded the truck in April 7th was the date that they actually had the ceremony in Houston and select truck in Houston. I told them that this is no longer about me. You know, it really isn't. I mean, I was okay. You know, I'd come from a pretty hard past, you know, coming out of the military. I was that statistic. I got hooked on narcotics, opioids, prescription medication. And,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know, let's backtrack a little bit then. Where'd you get your start in trucking?
Prior to the military, actually I started years before I joined in the military. I started out at TMC and stuff, went to truck school, went to TMC, didn't like it too much there, and then I moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, and I got into, you know, doing what you use, moving people, and then decided that when 9/11 happened, I was like, something's got to change. You know, I need to do something. I've always been about my country, you know, always been thinking there's a greater thing than us. So I joined the military and went in the military, served 11 years, got injured, you know, got blown up from an RPG attack and stuff, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Just physically, I couldn't do it. Mentally, I couldn't do it. I got out in 2013, and from there, it was a spiral. It was a quick spiral.
What happened, brother?
Well, I mean, it started when we got hit. You know, we got hit with an RPG attack in Afghanistan, and then I got injured. Basically, to sum it up, is I got blown off the top of an armored vehicle. I come down on my neck. That's the last thing I remembered, and then I woke up inside of an aid station. At the time, nobody knew it. I was a staff sergeant. You know, my guys are still in the fight, and I was like, do what you gotta do to get me going. So, just like any typical Army thing that you hear about or military. Take these painkillers and get on. So, and that's kind of where my spiral started. Years later, when I got to Missouri, back to Fort Leonard Wood after getting redeployed, back to the States, it got to a point where I couldn't run without pain. I couldn't walk. And then it was a civilian doctor that actually found it that I had broke my back. Yeah.
Wow, you didn't even know.
I didn't know. Nobody knew it. They couldn't see it. And obviously, I'm hard-headed, and they didn't know it. I'd broken my back. But it healed, and it did heal right. So their way to treat it was narcotics. So got out of the military, and the narcotic usage just kind of increased. It got to a peak. You know, I was taking like a 90-day supply in like 3 weeks, gone. So, and then of course, you go to a civilian hospital, all you got to say is veteran, hurt, disabled, and boom, they they keep giving it to you.
Yeah.
So,
and at that time, I mean, what was going through your brain?
Nothing. I was so engrossed in it, man. I mean, literally, my wife used to say, she said, you were useless. You were a bump on the log. I would. I mean, I've seen videos, like old family videos. I'll sit around, I'd just be sitting there just off into nowhere. You know, I used to walk around with a big old Food Line bag full of medications and stuff.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, speaking on that, you said your wife, how many people in your family?
My wife, my son, who's 22 years old now. We have I got 2 daughters. One is 16, the other one is 13, going on 30. 2 grandchildren. So, yeah. And 2 sons, 2 other stepsons.
During that time, I'm sure it was pretty hard for them.
It was very hard for them. I didn't realize how hard it was for them, obviously, because I wasn't there mentally. But they stuck it out, you know. And honestly, if it wasn't for my wife walking into the bathroom one day, I had a .40 caliber pistol. I'd hit bottom. And she walked in, and that's when I decided that I realized that something was missing in my life. And what was missing was the camaraderie and the brotherhood and that tight-knit feeling in serving something bigger than me that the military gave me. And then that's when I said, I need to go back into driving. I need to get back out there and serve the people of the country.
I couldn't even imagine that feeling, and so lucky that your wife popped in.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, that journey of getting back into trucking, you knew you'd have to be sober.
Oh, yeah.
So talk about that for a second. What was that like?
That was hard in itself. I knew that if I was going to do it, I was going to have to do it quick, because I knew where my mind was. You know, I started to I realized what my mind was doing. I realized the position that I was in, because you get hooked on opioids and narcotics, it's hard. It's really hard to get off of them, especially when you can get them as a veteran at your disposal, you know. I talked to my doctor, and I talked to my psychologist, and we came up with a plan for me to do a rapid detox. And what they did is basically they helped for over the course of a week, and they detoxed me. I mean, literally, like it was the hardest thing I've probably ever done in my life physically. I mean, my body went through it. I was able to get off. I passed 4 weeks of worth of drug tests, and then I called Prime, and Prime said, yep, we'll take you, we'll give you a shot. And they did. They gave me a shot, signed on with Prime, went through their training program just to refresh myself, all that stuff, you know, do the proper things. And I was with them for about a year or so, got into training, trained some of my other veteran comrades that came on board, and then that's when the blessing happened.
2017?
Yep, 2017.
And they called you. And
Yep.
was it a brand new Freightliner or
2015?
2015 at
Yep,
the time?
exactly.
That pretty much brand new.
Yeah, pretty much.
Couple
brand new.
100,000 miles on it.
I think I had 444,000.
That's all you need.
Yeah,
Is that start.
that's it.
You know, and so for anyone that's looking on buying their first truck, any quick advice for them?
Oh, go used. I mean, the things that I've learned doing this is to get your start is go used. Go with something that's known. The truck is not so much important. I don't care if it's international. I don't care if it's a Freightliner, Kenworth, Western Star. It don't matter. What you need to look at is the meat of it, the engine. Go with Detroit, Cummins, that's well known, that can get worked on anywhere and is inexpensive.
That's great advice, brother. That's great advice. You know, moving forward now, we have a company.
Yeah, we do.
We have a company.
Almost 3.5 years. Yep.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
almost went from in the bathroom, your wife walking on you, luckily,
Yeah.
to detoxing,
Yeah.
to prime,
Yeah.
to your own fleet.
Yeah. Yep.
God bless you, brother.
I mean, it's been a journey. Anybody that knows me will tell you, or if you've watched my journey, it has not been easy. But if it wasn't for this job in this industry, my life could be drastically different. You know, I love what I do. I love the fact that from the day that I was awarded that truck, and the people at St. Christopher's Fund, and I'm really close with those people, and anybody knows, this has no longer ever been about me, ever. I always said, you guys took a chance on me. I'm going to continue to pay it forward, and I've done that. I mean, within 6 months, I bought my first truck, the second truck. I bought that, put a driver in that. I bought my third truck the following fall, put a driver in that. I got another one the following spring, and then I've got 2 teams that work with me now, and I mean, we're up to 6 trucks.
6 trucks.
Yep, 6 trucks.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. You know, and speaking on that, now being a fleet owner yourself,
Yep.
Any tips for the people? We talked off camera a little bit about some stuff.
Yep.
But how does one know that they're ready to go from company, right? I mean,
how does one? There's not a real solid answer to know when you're ready. It's more about is the timing right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would recommend for anybody coming in, you know, you hear the rumors that somebody just got their CDL. They're going to go lease a truck. They're going to go buy a truck. I don't think that's smart. You know, be a company driver for 2 to 3 years. Learn the industry. I mean, the most important part of your job is learning your equipment. You know, learn your equipment. If you can fix something on your truck by yourself, if you can, you know how it operates, you know what it's doing, you're going to save yourself thousands of dollars down the road when you do get your own truck. Learn the rules, learn the laws. You know, the laws are constantly changing, but then save your money. And about that 2 to 3 year mark, then look into either, you know, go buy a truck and then buy used. If you can pay cash for it, pay cash for it. You're going to save money. But I guess the best advice I can give right now is just this is not a sprint. This industry is a ever evolving, ever changing. It's a marathon. And like right now, you know, we talked off camera about it. We're living a dream, man. This market on the spot market side is a dream. It really is. But because of what can happen in the future, it's going to crash, and it's going to turn into one heck of a nightmare for a lot of people. I mean, we're probably talking 2008 on a huge scale, a lot bigger scale. I mean,
I agree with you. And, you know, with the government, with people taking on not wanting to work, staying at home, taking unemployment, and all this, at one point it's all going to catch up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got some trucking companies that are paying people to come do an interview. You got people that are talking about, oh, you know, I'm going to buy a new truck right now, which truck makers are struggling to make new trucks. People are buying what's on the lot, so the prices are through the roof.
Double the price.
I mean, used truck market, that like my truck, my 2015 Freightliner, if you were to go last year, it was 32,000 roughly. Matter of fact, I bought 2 Freightliners last year, and it was about 32,000. And you can't buy the same truck for anywhere between probably about 50 to 70,000 right now. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then the fact that they're all the same truck makers actually went to DC, and they're talking about, we can't keep up with making parts. We can't make parts. So now parts are going to become scarce. That's the thing that scares me. Not so much for the company driver, but I'm really, really scared for the new owner-operator, or the owner-operator that their expenses are just way too high. I mean, you come into this, and if you're operating at anything above, in my opinion, if you're operating anything above $1.25, $1.50 a mile, if that's your operating cost, you're in for a rude awakening when the market comes back down. I mean, because it's going to come down.
I appreciate you. You know, you know, for people that don't know, you spoke about it earlier, that you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know, most people that have fleets don't have chances to really make YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Right.
So, why are you making videos?
I want to help people. You know, I want to. Like I said, from the day I had my blessing, it was never about me. I want to be able to help people, and what I've learned is this industry is so giving, right? I want to be able to give it back. I want to continue to give it back, because one day I may need help. I don't know everything. I don't. And if I can continue to help back, and if I can help that one, and even if it's just one person I can help, then I can say I lived a good life.
So if anyone needs help starting their authority, questions about either LLC, S Corp, maybe you need an accountant for that, but maybe your experience with that, maybe hiring process,
absolutely,
getting drivers, we could get your email or
my email is spartandirect@outlook.com, or you can go to my channel, the Post Trip, and you can just comment on there for me to reach out to you or whatever. And also I have a business Facebook page, Spartan Direct LLC. You can message me on there, and myself or one of my team will get back to you.
Hey, that's great, brother. You know, at the end of this, you know, your family that has stuck with you through all this. Is there anything that I'm sure they know, but is there anything that you'd want them to know or anything like that?
They haven't. I mean, you gonna make me cry. What you gonna do this?
I don't mean that.
No, you're good.
I don't mean that, brother.
You're good. No, it's fine. I get emotional when I think about it, because they have no idea of what it means to me, because I've been in the military and I've seen family sacrifices. And I've always said that the trucking industry and the military run a huge parallel, because people don't really realize the ones that are truly making the sacrifice are the families. You know, we miss the holidays. We miss special occasions. We miss the bumps and the bruises for the young toddlers that are growing up. You know, we miss those special moments. And it's not us that's sacrificing for it, because we're out here earning a living to support them. It's them that don't get to see us smile and experience that with them through the good and the hard times. And I mean, I love my family, I do, and I don't think there's anything I could ever convey to say thank you enough, other than continue doing what I'm doing and give them the things that they, you know, want and, you know, and need, and just live life to enjoy it. So
that's amazing. And you know, shout outs to anyone at the end of this as well. You know, we talked about St. Christopher's Fund.
Yes.
You know, are there any other organizations, people in your life that you just want to maybe say thank you to that maybe you didn't get a chance to before?
Oh man, everybody that was involved, you know, St. Christopher's Fund, obviously, number one. Progressive Commercial Insurance, they were a big part in where I'm at now. You got Brenny Transportation out of Wisconsin. She was a huge mentor for me and still's a mentor. You've got, I mean, just everybody that works with me too, my team. You know, I got Jay Cannell that works for me. I've got 2 team trucks that are huge that work with me. The list goes on and on, man. I've had a lot of support and a lot of help. You know, I got James Hensley. A lot of people think he's controversial, but he's a huge support. He really is. He knows what he's doing, and he's that guy I can reach out to if I'm having a rough day and be like, you know, and he'll just listen. So
hey, that's great, man. That's all it's about. You know, if you guys get an opportunity, we're here today with James, and if you guys want to know more about him and maybe need some help, then hey, check out the Post Trip on YouTube. Huh?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm that guy. I'm that guy I'll tell you the truth, and it's that military. It might not be what you want to hear, but it's going to be in your face, but I'm going to be honest with you. So
hey, we'll leave it at that. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey.